I'd love to get initially just get your take on what we've seen so far from corporate America. The statements, some of the creation of funds and efforts to combat racism, to create more diversity. We saw the same thing 4 years ago. It doesn't appear that much really changed. Do you think this is going to be a seminal moment of change?
Here's what I would say. This is an inflection moment for America. We see, many different types of people that are marching, young people, older people, whites, blacks, different minorities. And we've got to do something. We can't continue to cycle. And so it is great that organizations, and there are wonderful organizations out there that we can help. At the same time, we've got to change. We need great education. We need an investment. We need investment in Black-owned businesses. We need support of minorities inside of corporate America. How many CEOs do we have of the major corporations that are minorities? Not many. How many are in the boardrooms? What kind of investment strategies are they incorporating that incorporate diversity? And so we applaud all of the organizations that money is being given to and the good work that they're doing in social justice. In fact, we've made a donation. All of our sales in June are going to the LDF, Legal Defense Fund, of the NAACP. But we need more than that. We need everyone to take a stand, regardless of what industry you're in, whether it's corporate, whether you're in education, or whether you're fighting for social justice or healthcare, for that matter.
Yeah. We've had Merck CEO Ken Frazier, who's been very articulate on a lot of these issues, talking about the opportunity gap. Do you see an opportunity gap as well? And is there anything you're doing, of course, as a Black entrepreneur to try to attack it?
Without question, there's an opportunity gap. I think one of the first things that we have to come to terms with is that we've got a problem. There is racism in America. It exists. It's existed for a long period of time. And so the question that whether you're leading a business or involved with a business or a doctor, how do we make these changes? What can you do? What stand are you taking? And so one of the things that we're doing, we're a small business, but what we're doing is making certain that we hire Black. And so we're hiring other minority businesses to support us, whether that be in product development, public relations, IT. Those companies are out there. I am really tired of people saying they cannot find qualified minority businesses to support. And the only times that we come out and support Black businesses is when we feel like we're in turmoil or jeopardy. This should be 365 days a year, not just a few days out of the year where we're deciding that this is an important issue here in America.
Desiree, Sarah, what specific policies or actions do you look for from the government right now?
Listen, one is the consent decrees. What's happening with the consent decrees? How do we allow this kind of drama to continue to go on and on? How many people have to be killed? They're killed, and then things just go away. And we say, well, that's a Black Lives Matter issue. This is an American issue. And so how do we begin to heal? How do we begin to really hear what's happening? And it's not personal. I mean, you don't have to internalize it and saying, I'm not a racist. It really isn't about each of us individually. It's about the stats speak for themselves. I mean, I don't think there's any getting around, the statistics around what's happening with Black America and in particularly Black men. I think everyone has seen the visual. We know that this, no one can fake that this did not happen. And so the question is, certainly we want justice for the Floyd family, but we also want progress. We want sustained progress, not fits and starts. We want sustained progress. We want better education, better health care, investment in Black businesses, investment in Black neighborhoods, sustained, not just, as I continue to say, fits and starts. I feel like I've been here before. I feel like we're just cycling. And so how do we make that turning point, and how do we make this real and sustainable? Sustainable, I think, is the key, and real change.